Rats Max.
Sour cream with a dab of it.
With a dab.
Oh wait, I'm gonna have to hit these little boozy Louisiana heat.
Can't believe this is happening.
Yeah! Good morning, welcome to the show that I don't have to sing the intro. Staff inspection. Back working on my own car, my S14. Been waiting for quite a few parts, but the thing is, now I got a lot of parts, which means I have a whole lot to do. Look at this, car's brim full, chock full of parts that I've been saving up because I want to take full advantage and do as much as I can at once, not just a little bit, because I don't get very many days to work on it. So the days I do get, I want to really crank away at it. But I have a lot of new goodies that I've been hoarding for a while. Now I got to organize this stuff, get it in the car. Look at all this. Today, really, I want to start with getting this all really cleaned up. Take all this other stuff off. Things have escalated, like Vinny said, you're gonna get out of control. Yeah, they got out of control. So I'm gonna take all this stuff off the engine, put the new mounts on, throw my spec twin disc clutch on, the R154, and take the 2JZ, drop it in there, see how everything fits, maybe start mocking up my Mishimoto coolers. We'll see how far we can get today. I got quite a bit to do, so I'm just gonna get right into it and start pulling the turbos off and oil cooler and stuff to get out of the way for the mounts. Alright, so a bit of a painstaking process, but the twins are off, the intake manifold is off, all the unnecessary stuff that I didn't want, so like the fuel dampener and stuff like that, that is all eliminated. Took off the flex plate from the automatic. So I'm gonna clean this up. So I just put the spark plugs back in, but I'm gonna have to put the valve covers back on just to seal it up a little bit, and then probably tape up these holes and degrease everything, just because I want to clean everything up. It's pretty gross right now. It's been through, I don't know, over 20 years of crap, so clean it up a little bit, give it a little love, and then start reassembling stuff. Put the ISR mounts back on it and drop it in, get it in off the floor in the car so we can see what it looks like, see how everything fits. We get moving on that, clean this thing up a little bit before I start assembling it.
Have you been seeing all this Burnyard bash content and getting a little FOMO like a mofo? If you haven't been to one, because maybe you live too far away, or maybe, I don't know, you're just a lazy piece of shit, guess what? There's still hope for you. Because if you sign up for our notification squad, we are giving away 2 all access passes to our next Burnyard event. Not only that, we'll fly you and your friend out. Check it out. Go to hoonigan.com, sign up for the notification squad. When you do, you're automatically entered to win. Not only are you automatically entered to win this giveaway, but every single other giveaway.
Like what, Zach?
We gave away one of Ken Block's steering wheels from Gymkhana 10 last time, and a bunch of other shit. One of Hertz steering wheels and RC cars. Dan will give you a kidney. You also get advance notice on everything else that we're doing as far as content, sales. So you know how we sell out of everything all the time? You want to be the first to know about stuff? You sign up for Notification Squad. Go to the website, do the thing, put your thing in there, just do it.
All right, so while I have this out and up, cleaned up the floor, blew everything off so it's not wet and leaking anymore. One of the reasons I want to do this is just because it needs to have a clean surface to start with. I hate working on dirty stuff, especially when we're putting new parts on everything. It's just kind of gross. So the other part is that if I do have a problem, because this is all new to me, I'll be able to see it right away. So I'm gonna go get the rest of the seals that I need, pull out the other stuff, kind of just clean up, get that rear main seal mounted up, and then we'll figure out what we need to do for the rest of it. So I took that off, which means I'm gonna take most of this stuff off. I did leave it in case I want to put that back on, just to save myself some money. I don't really know where I'm at this point, so just gonna keep moving on and do the rear main seal. Alright, so the rear main seal is done, brand new, and yeah, that's pretty good. But you saw that I cleaned these out with one of the original bolts from the flex plate. So I cleaned up this bolt really well, and then sprayed a little lubricant, cleaned out these threads, because when you're torquing down the flywheel, when I got the new flywheel in, I got new bolts, new flywheel, all that stuff, you don't want to have any debris in there because it can throw off the torque. So that's all really cleaned out, and brake cleaned up just to get the oils off of it, so it is ready to accept the new flywheel that I got from spec. That'll be the next thing that I do, but for now I'm gonna clean this stuff up and get out of here, because I have to go unpack and get some clothes ready for the rest of this week. So I'm gonna go home and then get back at this tomorrow morning, and then I gotta go do garage. So try and get this in the car tomorrow, so it's up off the floor, out of the way. So see you tomorrow. Back at it. Everything's still in place, which is good, because we kind of screw this up. Most of the time there's a lot going on, so I try to keep everything out of the way, but just left it last night how it was. What I want to do now is, since everything's cleaned up, I'm gonna get hopefully the clutch on. I think I bought bolts for the flex, or for the flywheel, but I'm not sure. So I gotta get everything out of my car. There's all these parts in here. I'm gonna stack this up, see what I have, organize it a bit, and then start assembling the motor, get it set in the car. Pretty excited to see where it sits. All right, so I've unpacked some of the stuff. Boy, there's a lot. So here's some of the things I got to do today. Here's the engine mount kit from ISR. It's pretty sick. Can't wait to put that on. And get the trans over here, new trans mount, all that stuff. And then I got the spec twin disc that I'm gonna throw on with the flywheel, everything integrated. So that needs to go on. I need to make sure that I have the correct bolts and also some Loctite. You can see a little bit of the future, what's going on here. Yeah, pretty excited about this new Gary Turbo throw on there. And then I got a new handbrake from Coilovers, custom made. And this is a little preview of what the car should look like in the end. But look at this, man, just good friends. Sick packaging. As I open this up to look in, got my wrap snacks. Some wrap snacks, Zach?
Yeah, dude. Are those actual snacks?
Dude, they're chips. Wrap snacks.
Sour cream with a dab of it.
With a dab.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna have to hit these little boozy Louisiana heat. This is ridiculous.
That's what they shipped everything in.
Good.
Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah. Shipping with snacks. Take notes, everybody. They're good friends of mine from Atlanta, so every chance I get to see them, they know I love wrap snacks, so sent it over to me. Pretty stoked about that. But first things first, I'm gonna start pulling apart the spec clutch stuff. Hopefully get the trans on and everything else. I did get that shifter extension back from Drift Motion. I sent this out, they redid that for me. You can see that that's been brought back quite a few inches, and then this was extended. And then I always do Marlin Crawler bushing kit just to make it shift nice. So we'll get all that stuff slapped together, throw this thing in the car with the new ISR mounts, and see where it sits. I did get a drive shaft from Andrew at Animal Auto as well. Said he had one sitting around the shop. He's like, hey, you want to check this thing out and see if it fits? So another reason I want to get this motor in there, see if that fits, if I have to get a new drive shaft or not. I think it'll fit though. Alright, so I put that shifter extension on from Drift Motion. So you just had to take this off, pop this out, and slide it right off, and then reseal everything. So that's ready to go. I'm gonna let it sit like this and dry before I flip it back over and put the rest of the extension on. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get to putting the flywheel and clutch back on. So I'm waiting for a little bit of, I just ordered some thread lock for the flywheel bolts, and then I'll get that down. One of the other things I have to do really quickly is take off the old slave cylinder, because this twin disc replaces that with one internal. So that's gonna go in place of that. So I'm gonna pull off the old slave, pull off the shift fork, and then install the new one. All right, now that stuff's removed from the shift fork, which is right here. This needs to come out, and then that's replaced with this. These lines run down through here. So I clean all this up a little bit. I'm gonna grease it up a little, just so it slides freely, and just start taking it off. Okay, see these two lines here? One is for bleeding, the other is to go to the clutch master cylinder. But when you put this in here, see it's kind of bound up inside. So what I'm gonna do is kind of drill a hole right here for these to go through and clear a spot, just so they're not in the way of the clutch or anything like that. I don't really want to shove them down through there, so I'm just going to drill a little hole, the hole saw, and clear that out. Alright, so there you have it. Throwout bearing is installed. Pretty simple. And then that little inspection hole for these guys to make everything easier for me to connect, disconnect, bleed, all that stuff. So now I'm gonna move on that I got the thread locker. I'm gonna throw the flywheel on. See, I already put the pilot bearing in, just tap that in nicely. Took the others out from the automatic, so this pilot bearing is in place, ready to go. Replaced the rear main seal, cleaned everything up. Now the flywheel goes on. So we've got 8 bolts, they go 36 foot-pounds, and then you mark everything and go 90, and I'll show you how to do that too if you haven't seen it. New flywheel, all aluminum, lightweight. Compared to the factory 2JZ, this is really light. So just slip this thing on. Might have to tap it a little bit. Yeah. All right, so I have the flywheel torqued down. It's 36 foot-pounds for all these. And then what I've done is an additional mark. So you can see these hash marks, which are all facing up. I wanna go another 90 degrees. So that's why I put these hash marks, so I can see when the bolt is turned another 90 degrees. And that's the final torque for a 2JZ flywheel. So 36 foot-pounds, then an additional 90 degrees. So I will torque that now. So the Spec Super Twin is on, installed, properly torqued. That guy flies right in and out. So what I'm gonna do is throw the R154 on, mate that puppy up, and then torque everything down. So that was somewhat painful to get on, but it's now on there. See that little hole that I made works really well for the bleeder and stuff like that. The shifter finally works. I had something fall out. There's a little ball in here that helps with the shifter. Fell out, that's why I couldn't get it in the gear before. So it was a little bit of a pain to get in. Now it's all good. Spec twin disc is all on, installed. Now it's time to use the ISR mount kit. And everything's fairly simple. It's labeled, so right and left. And we're just gonna bolt that on, get this thing sitting in place. So happy to see this thing sitting in there. Didn't get as far as I wanted to get, but I got pretty far. Next time I want to get both the intake and exhaust manifolds on so I can get the coolers all mocked up where they need to be, finalize that location, get moving on a little bit further, but I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Lift Noise. Thanks for watching my staff inspection. Hope you like the way it's getting along.
Subscribe.
You can watch more like this if you subscribe to the Hoonigan Projects Cars channel, which you're on currently right now. We got more staff inspections, and also just tune into our other channels. But this is my favorite, you know, like Garage, because it's Garage. Make sure you comment below, subscribe to this channel or all of our other channels. Pick what you want. Click and subscribe so you can see Casey sweeping floors. That's right, Casey. Sweep it up. Pretty tired. I think I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. Or I might just work on my car for the next episode. Watch the next one, starting right now.